Good morning and welcome to my YouTube channel. Well, this morning I come up to Glenmore in Aviemore because when I checked the forecast, this was meant to be the driest area in Scotland. Guess what? I've been a mile on my walk and it started to rain. So I've come up to Glenmore to follow the fairy trail to a very special loch. So join me and let's see where this journey takes us. So that over there in the distance is the Aviemore Ski Centre. So I'm just going to keep walking up this forest trail. I've been here once before. It's not quite the normal tourist trek to this famous loch, but I'm hoping this rain goes off, so I will catch up with you when I get to the top of this hill. Right, I've stopped for a breather. I forgot how steep this hill was to climb. I have a stunning composition here where I've got this tree here where the beautiful backdrop of the sun flicking over the mountains. I'm just checking. I'm going to take a little shot there, shot there. There's a nice Scots pine sitting there on its own. Oh, it's absolutely magical. I'm sure it's just a wee shower. Hopefully the rain will go off. I'm just going to take a shot of that Scots pine we walked past because there's some interesting light and interesting skies going on. I'm using my lens hood just now just because it's raining and I want to protect the lens. Now I hope those images turned out that are too cover. The mountains there and those trees. I've been walking for a good 25 minutes, I'll tell you. I forgot how long this trail was just to get to the start of the trail that I'm looking for. I'll turn the camera around. So it just feels like this trail's going on forever. The one thing I have noticed though is there's a fair few wee midges kicking about and I forgot my midgie net, I forgot my smidge. They're in the van. I'm going to have to get doublers and leave them in the car just in case. But anyway, as I alluded to earlier, I'm going to a special trail and this part of Aviemore is famous for its mythical fairies. So I'm walking up to the top of this hill to then start a climb down to this famous loch, but I'm going through a mystical, magical fairy trail, and you never know, I might be early enough that we might see a couple. So I'll catch back when I get to the top of the hill and we're ready to start the trail. Alright, so I've reached the top of the hill and I'm just going to take this jacket off because the sky is getting darker and darker over there, but the rain stopped and I really only want to use this when it rains, so, and then I want to breathe because it's quite muggy with all that hiking I've done. Alright, and we're off and here's the start of the fairy trail. And as you can see, look at the trees, these old Scots pines. These are still part of the old ancient Caledonian forest up here in Aviemore. And it's absolutely stunning. I'll just hope the midges are kind to me this morning. There we go, some pretty old gnarly trees. I'm just watching my footing as I walk along. But just look at this scenery. It's absolutely glorious. And look at that. cracking wee S-bend here. And then you've got that tree, and then you've got the red of the pine in the background. I might stop and take a picture of that. If it works out, I'll share that with you. Tell this could be quite a slow walk this morning. As you can see, there's a whole bunch of roots along the path. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go low down and take the shots for low down. And I'm just hoping that I might catch the edge of some of these ferns that will help frame the shot. But hey, I'm on a trail, why don't I try it? If it works out and if it looks okay, I'll share that with you now. I mean, everywhere you look at that tree. That is absolutely stunning. Absolutely stunning. I really like that, all the shapes and all the fallen branches. It's really nice. You never know. I could be on fairy watch. Right, let's keep going and see what's along the rest of the trail. Alright, I'm just stopping for a breather because I saw a pretty cool wee burrow. If I turn the camera around, look at that wee burrow. That actually might make quite a cool photo. And if I turn round, get the texture of the bark on that tree. And that could be a nice composition. The tree with the staircase going up behind it. So what I'll do is, I'll take a couple of shots and I'll share those images with you now. So, a bit of rain. So, I'll keep walking till it gets really heavy and then I'll put my mech back on, but I'll keep going because it's really muggy. It was only 12 degrees when I left the car, but I suppose all the climbing I'm doing, I didn't realise this was so steep because I'd already climbed that hill and now I'm climbing up as well. It's amazing how you forget things, mind you. It's been a few years since I've been here. Right, I'm just going to turn the camera off. A wee tricky bit to traverse. Alright, so I suspect I've reached the top of my ascent. I'll just show you the view I've got up through the trees. But as you can see, the path is now going down a very steep decline. So fingers crossed, it's all downhill for here. Right, I'll turn that camera on when I find something more interesting. Alright, so as we're climbing down, the terrain and the steps are getting a wee bit rougher. Having said that though, they've been laid pretty well, so you just have to be careful when you're stepping down. And then here's the view. It faces me. This amazing big tree. Look at that, right up to the canopy. And then you've got all the roots in front of me, just down here. Right, I'll keep walking because I think I'm getting close. I can hear voices. I'm walking along the path and I'm thinking, I just ended that last sequence saying I hear voices. And what I really meant was there was a young American couple behind me, really nice. I'd stopped to take photographs of the path and a tree, so I'll share those images with you now. It's alright, I'm not losing it. Well, I don't think so anyway. Right, so finally reached the bottom of the hill. I was going to say mountain because it feels like a mountain, but I'm near the base of the loch. So if I hold the camera up, let you see what I can see from this elevation. Trees, trees, more trees. Oh, and another mountain. Is that mountain a clue? And look, everything's green. And that green's a hint. Let me do the reveal in a little while. Right, so I'm coming up close. And I'm coming up to close to Lochan UN, which you might know or you might have heard of as the Green Lochan. Oh wow, it's a mirror finish. And just come over and you can see this beautiful loch. Oh wow, look at the reflections on this. It's absolutely stunning. And this is the Green Lochan. Amazing. Oh wow, look at the photographic opportunities. Alright, let's get set up. There you can see the emerald green from up here. That looks stunning. And the reason it's green is because it's a combination of not fairies but algae and the reflection of the green trees. So that's why the Green Lochan is green. I'm just going to walk up to the top of the loch because I've never been there before. I took some photos back there, and if they've turned out, because the sun was right in my face, so if they've turned out, I'll share them with you now. Time to get busy with people now. So what I've done is I've come down to the edge of the loch in between the trees. I'll just turn around so you can see this colour. Look at that. It's absolutely beautiful. Absolutely stunning. Yeah, I'm just going to walk along the edge here and see if there's other views, because there's a wee beach I've seen, and if I'm lucky I might be able to get a photograph there and maybe even no one around. So far I'm on my own, so I'm going to get set up and get some photos quite quickly. It's quite funny because when you're at the water edge it's difficult to see the green. Turn the camera around because you get the glare. So the best way to see the green is to stand on that side in those trees, but you don't get a full panoramic view of the loch. But anyway, there's some nice rocks here that'll have some good foreground interest. So I'm going to stand there and I'm going to take some shots at this end. Just taking the camera off the tripod because I've got a wee friend. And And I'll tell you, the ducks are quite tame. Look at this. He's no fazed by me whatsoever. What a cracking wee sight. Right, I don't know how I done it. I'm having to retake all the photos I took because I had everything set at ISO 6400 rather than ISO 100. So I'm just going back round taking all the images. So I've got a portrait shot of this Scots pine in front of me and it's just being lit by the sun. It's absolutely stunning. I'm in the shade of the sun at the moment. I'm going to get a wide pan view of the loch and then I'm going to look at certain areas. I'm going to use the rocks as foreground interest. There's an old log over there. I'll use that log as a leading line towards a tree and then if I move to the right of it, I'll use that as foreground interest shooting down to the loch. So I'll take a whole bunch of images here and when I'm finished, I'll share those images with you now. Alright, so I took a lot of extra images there, tree roots and reflections. So if any of those work out, I'll share them with you. Alright, as I walk along the path, there's more people, so it'll be interesting to see how many chances I get to speak to camera, but I'm just keeping my eye open. We've got a lot of open land, so catch soon. Find when you walk along paths, the scenery is absolutely stunning, but it's really busy. So I'm looking at isolating trees, but what I'm also looking for at the side is where you get pockets of light. So I'm looking for either wee flowers or wee areas that are lit up by the sun that might make quite a nice composition. Right, I'm going to go and change a battery and I'll catch back when I find something. A wee tree, some amazing bursts of colour in front of it. So if I turn round that wee fir tree there, so what I'll do is I'll take 2 or 3 different images and if they turn out, I'll share them with you now. Oh, this walk back's going on for miles. If I turn the camera around, you'll see it's just a continuous path. So what I'll do is I'm going to get to the car. I've got a coffee and a breakfast bar there, so I'll catch up when I reach the car because I don't think there's anything that's going to be photogenic from now on because I'm more or less out the main stream of the forest and I'm just on the edge getting closer to the road. So I'll catch up with the car. Alright, finally made it back to the car. Right, I need my cup. Oh, well that was absolutely some hike. I really enjoyed the hike this morning up through the woods. I thought I was going to get absolutely soaked, but the forecast was right. The forecast was just a wee bit later than I'd thought. But anyway, I'm back safely. Hopefully those images have all come out and hopefully you've liked them. I hope I got some nice drone footage actually, because that's the first time I've actually photographed the Green Lochan properly, and first time I've ever had the drone there as well. So the only reason I knew about that walk was Caroline and I went for a walk one day and we ended up following that route, especially the route through the fairy trail at the top of the trees. It makes it really interesting, but I forgot how long the walk was on the way back. Right, so I'm going to have my coffee. Here's hoping we can make a video out of this. If you like it, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, please do, because you know it's free. And if you press the bell notification, that'll let you know the next time I post a video. So thanks very much for watching, and here's to the next video.